Dear children, have you ever experienced any unusual or exciting incident in your life? An incident that is hard to forget, like an excursion to the jungle, or visiting a secluded haunted house, or finding treasures. Do you know the term used for such experiences? It's called adventure. The word adventure means an unusual and exciting or daring experience. Well, if we all have not experienced anything adventurous, but we all certainly love to read adventurous stories and novels, isn't it? One such adventurous novel is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer by famous American novelist Mark Twain. His original name was Samuel Longhorn Clemens. The novel was published in the year 1876. The novel is about a boy, Tom Sawyer, growing up along with the Mississippi River. It is set in the 1840s in the town of St. Petersburg. Tom was an orphan and lived with his Aunt Polly. He had several adventures with his friend Huckleberry Finn. Let's look at one of such Tom's adventures with his friend Huckleberry or Huck and find out what happened to them. Tom was fond of adventures. He had always dreamt of finding boxes of hidden treasure in haunted houses. So he made a plan with his friend Huck. On a Saturday evening, the two friends decided to go on a treasure hunt. The two boys selected a broken-down house in a quiet place. It was at a distance, far away from the village. "I don't want to go to a haunted house. I'm afraid of ghosts," Huck said to Tom. "Come on, Huck. Ghosts don't come before midnight. We won't be there for the whole night," Tom assured his friend. Tom and Huck entered the house armed with a pickaxe and a spade. They started digging at a particular place inside the house. After digging for some time, they were tired and stopped digging. Just at the moment, they heard a voice outside. Shocked, they left their pickaxe and spade, ran up the staircase and hid themselves inside a room on the first floor. Through a hole in the floor of the room, they saw two men entering the house. One was a well-known thief named Joe. He was tall. The other man was short and lame. The two men noticed the pickaxe and the spade left behind by Tom and Huck, and they started digging at the place the boys had chosen. After some time, Joe's spade struck something solid, and soon he dug out a box full of gold coins. The two men cried out of joy. "It's a great discovery. I wonder who buried the box in this house," Joe said to his friend. "Forget the man who buried the box. Have you thought of the pickaxe and the spade? Who left them here? I think someone had come here before we arrived. Let's search the house." His companion replied. The man left the pickaxe in the room. I'm sure he is now hiding on the first floor, said Joe to his companion. He started going upstairs with his companion. The two boys felt their blood running cold. Thankfully, the old stairs collapsed and Joe toppled to the ground. The boys began to breathe more easily. Wrapping the box with a blanket, Joe lifted it on his shoulder, and the man left the place. On seeing the two men leaving the house, Tom and Huck ran downstairs. Thank God, we had a narrow escape, Huck said to Tom. See, I told you, treasures are indeed buried in haunted houses, Tom replied. But where is the treasure, Tom? We came looking for it and missed it. They dug the place with the help of our tools and took away the gold coins, Huck replied with a crumpled face. But Tom replied, Don't worry, Huck. Let's go and search for hidden treasure in some other haunted place. And the lesson ends here. The novel is full of such adventures of Tom and Huck. Why don't you try to collect and read the novel? Now, dear children, there is an activity for you. If you find such treasure, what will you do? Give reason for your answer. Here are some suggestions for you. Go there and collect the treasure. Tell your friend and go for an adventure with your friend. Tell your elders. Inform the police.